In my last video, I talked about the G213 budget gaming keyboard by Logitech, and I figured, you know what, I have the G203 gaming mouse, also by Logitech, why not make a video on it? So in today's topic, I'm going to discuss whether a budget gaming mouse such as the G203 lives up to quality performance despite its low price point, and should you get it. So if this is your first time here, my name is Harji, and if you enjoy videos on PC tech and gaming, consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. The G203 is a very budget-friendly gaming mouse that's part of Logitech's Prodigy line. At the time of purchase, this mouse was going for a mere $28 on Amazon from its usual $40 price point. It weighs around 85 grams in a plastic body, so it's on the lighter side compared to most mice that I've personally played with, because I'm usually floating around the 95 to 105 grams range. Now, using a mercury sensor and going up to 8000 DPI, this mouse is the little brother of the Logitech G Pro mouse, which in comparison has a hero sensor going up to 16,000 DPI, which is double the rate. Now, of course, higher DPI doesn't mean better, and gamers typically don't go that high anyways. The mouse is pretty minimalistic and uses the same exact shell as the G Pro mouse. Now, the USB cable is rubber on this one instead of braided. The buttons are fairly light and are rated up to 10 million clicks. And here's a quick sound test. Jumping into Logitech's gaming software, you can customize up to 6 programmable buttons in the macros tab. You can set and save how many levels or DPI settings you want your mouse to have and toggle through them using the DPI button. Now, as for the RGB settings, you have one zone to customize with 3 different effects. You may adjust the brightness and the speed rate of the color effect. There's also a heat map for the mouse as well to record all your actions for performance data. Now, the main question of the topic is, does this cheap gaming mouse perform well, and is it worth it? So if you guys have not seen my last video on the Logitech G213 gaming keyboard, I showed gameplay footages and the performance of that keyboard, of me using it for the first time in 3 different genres, which is StarCraft 2, Counter-Strike Go, and League of Legends. So it's an RTS, an FPS, and a MOBA game to test the range of performance on that keyboard. Now, the truth is, I wasn't just using the G213 keyboard, I was also using the G203 gaming mouse alongside with it. So both of these devices I have never used before in my entire life. So it was my first time using both of these devices, these budget devices, and this is how well it performed. Check it out. My experience using the mouse was really good. I only set my sensitivity at 1000 DPI for most applications. The tracking is really good for a mercury sensor even when I was picking the mouse up and dropping it back down on the mat. There's no issues whatsoever with this mouse. 6-man killing spree in CSGO, quadra kill in League of Legends with Darius, 240 CS, and a KDA of 7, 3, and 10 on Malphite, which is a champion I pretty much never play. So on a basic minimal cheap gaming mouse, I think it performs quite well, and even compared to other gaming mice that well exceeds twice, 3, and even 4 times its price. I've tried some really expensive mice, like the wireless Rival 650 costing up to $120 US. Now, I am a fan of SteelSeries as well, just not that particular expensive mouse, the Rival 650 and the 600 series. Now, in this video, am I telling you to stop buying more expensive mice and just get a cheaper one? No. Peripherals are very personal because it comes down to performance, functionality, comfort, fit, customizable options and aesthetics. So in my experience with this Logitech G203 mouse and the takeaway messages, if it fits your hand, makes you win games, looks good on your desktop, why would you pay more for another mouse that perhaps delivers the same or less results? So if you are on a budget and you want to try out the G203 gaming mouse by Logitech, you can use the product link in my description below. And my final thoughts is that I think Logitech does a very good job, especially for $28 US on Amazon at the time of filming this video. If you guys can pick that up, I think it's a really good deal. And Logitech has been in the game for a very long time. They do a good job on their hardware side, especially the mouse and keyboard. And their software is super easy to use. So props on that. So those are my final thoughts. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Thumbs up for the vid if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next. Peace.